Hey, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Headliner Podcast. I'm your designated host, Nick, and today we're going to be talking about all things automation when it comes to Headliner. And to help me talk about all this cool stuff is one of the co-founders?
Sure.
I never know how to introduce you.
Just say my name.
It's Oliver.
It's Oliver. Hey, Nicholas. Thanks for letting me force you to have me on your show.
Yeah, you were just like jabbing me all week, like, can I be on the show?
Yeah. I was like, let me on the show. Let me on the show. I want to hold a mic and talk into the front of it in a conference room in a WeWork. And I have to say, if you've all been watching the news about WeWork, there's apparently formaldehyde in the phone booths. They've run out of billions of dollars, but they got a lifeline. So we'll be working out of this WeWork for a little bit longer, I think.
Yeah, hopefully.
We feel confident. And do you feel confident and comfortable in this office, Nicholas?
Slightly less so after the formaldehyde story, but like comfortable enough.
Yeah, I thought it was funny because I always get rashes in those things.
Yeah.
Always. And then I was like, oh, but they didn't get rid of these phone booths.
Yeah.
Maybe they're fine, but I don't think they are.
That actually happened to me too. Like a buddy texted me the story on Monday or something, and he was like, don't you work at a WeWork? And I'm like, yeah, and I spend like 4 hours in those every day probably.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, what are we talking about today?
So we're talking about our latest feature, which is automated podcast videos.
Right. Automation.
Yes. Basically, for those who don't know what it is a way for you to sign your podcast up. You get these auto-generated videos emailed to you either weekly or daily, and then you can share them on social media. You can impress people with awesome clips from your podcast and get them to check out the show.
Yeah. I mean, so basically what happened is we've talked to thousands and thousands of you podcasters over the past couple of years. And we had this whole moment where we saw that a decent, not like a lot, but like a decent amount of people had told us that they weren't making that many videos. And we're like, oh, are the videos not useful? You don't like the videos. And we thought a lot of people were going to say, oh, the videos don't work. But actually, everyone was saying, I want to make more videos. I just don't have enough time. I can only make like one video an episode. And I need to make more because social media requires you to just keep creating. So,
Yeah.
Right. So we just decided to attack that problem and created automation. So like Nicholas was saying, like you were saying, people wanted more videos. So now we made a tool to help them get more videos.
Yeah, exactly. And it literally is just as simple as signing up your podcast. You get the videos emailed to you. If you don't like what you got as your clip, you can actually swap it out right now. Like we actually just released reclipping for it.
Yeah, so we've taken a lot of feedback from everyone. And the main issue people have is with the choice of audio clips. The very first version was actually just a random clip. Mm-hmm. We then put in some kind of technology around picking clips based on silence detection. And then we actually have another version coming out pretty soon that's going to start kind of figuring out stuff based on sentences, right?
Yeah.
So that all exists. And like the intelligent clipping or semi-intelligent clipping, whatever you want to call it, will never be 100% perfect, but it's pretty good. And then, we've heard from people that they want to specify their own clip. So now that's possible. You can kind of go in and reclip from you go to your video, and if you don't like it, just click the little reclip button and choose a different clip.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say this because I actually have like my own personal podcast hooked up for automation just to see how it's like developing and stuff. All of the clips that I get from it are usually pretty good. Like I'd say I have it set up for daily clips, and I'd say like 80% of them are actually pretty usable in their own right. And then if I ever do feel like editing them, I will just swap out an image or something and call it a day.
Right. So. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see what people choose for their clips too.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of one of the things we always get asked, especially me, because I do like training calls with people, is like, oh, I don't know what a clip should be. And I'm like, it really could be anything. It could be the introduction of your show. And there's an argument to be made that it should be because you're directly telling your audience what the episode's about,
Right. And other things like Bailey has this theory that you should clip things in the middle of a thought, right?
Oh, right.
Because if someone's, because like the idea is like you want to do like a nice clip that's neatly kind of done up and everything is well like completely thought out and tied up with a bow, whatever you want to say, right?
Yeah.
But she thinks like this idea of if you're on social media, like people listen to the first part of the clip, and then if it just stops abruptly, they'll be like, hey, wait, I want to listen to more and go find the rest. So it's like it's kind of, it's all about testing these different things out, and seeing what works.
Yeah, exactly. And just to like piggyback on that, the one thing I tell people is like, if you have a 1 minute clip and the first 40 seconds of it is you introducing or giving context to a story, just skip that stuff, do the last 20 seconds, and then actually use the rest of your post, the actual text, to like give the details, because that way someone's listening to the interesting part of your podcast. And then if they're actually left curious by it, they can read more about it, go check out the whole thing. So it's kind of the same idea.
Yeah. I think with clipping and choosing the audio, it's a whole, there could be like a whole series about that, like how to choose the right audio. And that's kind of actually, the technology we're working on will help with that a lot. We have a lot of, there's a lot of clips in Headliner that have been clipped. I think it's almost 1 million at this point.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that earlier this week, and I was like, 1 million? Like, it sounds like a ridiculous number, but then in hindsight, it really isn't.
Time flies when you're clipping audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so automation, like some of the other things we're working on for it, you mentioned smarter clipping. I know we're also working on like adding more templates and stuff, giving people more control over their templates.
Yep. You can basically, pretty soon, there'll be more templates there. You'll be able to easily change the waveform color and the background color of the templates to match your brand. And then the other thing is you can actually use your own template. If you have a pro account and you've saved your own template, you can use that in the automation flow now too.
Yeah.
So, the clips was the main thing people have been writing about. The next thing, a close second, is the kind of look and feel, the design basically of the videos too. So that's something we're attacking.
Yeah, exactly.
The other thing is, it's a little hard to find automation in Headliner right now, but next week there's going to be a giant gradient cube square at the very top of Headliner in the projects area that will say, go here and make automatic videos. It won't actually say that, but it'll let you know where to go to get to this.
I was actually hoping it would say like, go here to get automatic videos, but that's okay. I'll live.
Yeah.
Yeah. On top of that, what else are we working on over here at Headliner? It's just getting automation to be as awesome as possible, I guess, isn't it?
That's the main thing. I have to tell you something. I'm trying to recover. I saw a really intense movie over the weekend.
Let me guess what it was.
No, you guess.
Yeah, it's Joker.
It's Joker, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was so disturbing. It was so good. He was so thin.
Yeah, I really liked that movie. I saw it the weekend it came out, and I had like, this is going to sound so paranoid, but I went with my girlfriend, and there was a dude who came in by himself sitting next to me, and he just had his hands in his hoodie for the whole movie, and he kept like eyeing me. Like, you can like tell when someone's looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me, and literally for this entire movie, I just kept glancing to the right, going like, "What is this guy's deal?" I'm getting ready to sprint out of here.
Yeah, the movie, I was on edge for about 36 hours afterwards. It was just so dark.
Yeah,
but the dancing was the highlight to me. He was such a good dancer.
It actually made me put Gary Glitter back on my playlist.
I don't even know what that is.
That's the guy whose song was playing when he's going down the stairs. That's that rock and roll song.
Gotcha.
That's him.
So what else is going on, Nicholas?
That's basically it. I've been thinking about like quality versus quantity, though. That's like something I actually...
What? Like, are you talking about food, dating, what?
Everything. So
Everything.
both of those.
Trips to the bathroom?
No, not those. But I was actually thinking about it in terms of like posting.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, I have it actually set up on my account to get a video every day. Right. And that's making me wonder, if I'm getting those videos that often, should I be posting them all? Even if they're like not the best clip necessarily.
Well, I mean, that's between you and the human upstairs.
I was gonna say the Insta gods.
Yeah,
but
that's between you and Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know. I looked into this a little. There's a lot of blog posts about this, and one thing that they all share in common is that no matter what, you should focus. Make sure that, like, if you're going to post, be consistent and make sure that the quality's there. So those two things are there. But like, once you have that, there's kind of suggestions, and it's different for everyone. I think the key is to try stuff out and see what performs. But there's different kind of suggestions and ideas. So One blog post I found is that was very high in the Google search is Louise Meyer's visual social media. That's louiseM.com. And so she says, just, like what I just said about quantity quality. So like Facebook, they're suggesting you post once a day.
Okay.
Twitter is much more ephemeral. So they say around 15 times a day.
Jeez.
Yeah. Tweets go out of, I think tweets, they say like, I think it's about, they're only like up there for about 18 minutes before in someone's feed before
and then
they
it
just
gets
go
buried.
away. So if you're going to do Twitter, just pepper them with videos, people. Pinterest is a surprising one for podcasters.
I see him there, but it never dawned on me to actually go on Pinterest.
I think Pinterest is a big opportunity for podcasters to promote themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And video is a great way to do that, of course. But no, seriously, I remember before LinkedIn became really popular for podcasters about, I don't know, a year and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
I remember there was this moment where people were starting to do it and it kind of made sense. And then all of a sudden everyone's doing it. And I think Pinterest is kind of like that too. Where it's gonna blow up over the next year or two for podcasting. Mm-hmm. Pinterest, they suggest 11 a day. Instagram, 1 to 2 a day.
Okay.
LinkedIn's a little different because it's your professional situation. So
I was
less.
thinking if you're doing an entertainment podcast as opposed to a business one, you might not even go with LinkedIn to begin with.
Yeah, you might not. And so that's around a couple times a week. Mm-hmm. And then also if you're doing stories, for example, the stories format, which is great for video on Instagram like that, you could just basically, I don't know.
It's just
the
whatever.
sky's the limit with that, right? 5 a day, 10 a day, 15.
In theory, you could do 1 minute video there from Headliner, automated video, and it could just run as 4 separate stories.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could. Yeah. The key though is I really think the key is there's all these suggestions out there, and it is true though, being consistent is important. So whatever you feel comfortable with, you're living your best life. It's 2019. Get out there and do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe hashtag some of it. I don't know. That comes.
Yeah, that's a whole other discussion.
Okay.
That's a whole other discussion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah.
We've been talking for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a whole 15 minutes, I think.
That's a long time.
That's the longest I've ever spoken uninterrupted.
Wow.
Probably not, actually. But yeah.
Well, thanks, everyone.
Yeah, no, I mean, thanks for listening and all that stuff. Just so everyone knows, we do a lot of stuff on our blog. We have a highlight series that goes out every week. And if you want to submit some audio to that, you can actually hit us up. You can either email info@headliner.app or nicholas@headliner.app, and we'll just get the ball rolling on that. On top of that, feel free to tag us on your podcast videos and stuff, because if we like what we see, we'll be sure to retweet it or, talk about it on the podcast and stuff.
All the things. We'll do all the things to promote the things.
Yeah. That actually should be our slogan, I think.
All the things.
All the things. All right, cool. Brings us to the end of the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime, Oliver. So, yeah, bye.